What's up, guys? Toogie here, back again. And in this episode, it is time. We are once again in the Stanley Cup Final as we take on the Calgary Flames. But man, this was a hard episode to just start. And you'll see why with these lineups. There were so many options. You could just go, best players as your top line. You could ride the hot hands. You could, spread the wealth and have great players on the top 3 or 4 lines. Anything we wanted to do was going to change the chemistry that this team had with Peter Cehlarik in the lineup and without Brad Marchand. So what we're doing here, and I will explain this strategy, is we are going with the players that are just performing the best right now, and you'll notice that with shooting percentage as a main factor. Jake DeBrusk, Austin Czarnik, and Brad Marchand will be the top line to start. Is this risky? Absolutely. But it could pay off. You never know. Is it absolutely insane? Yes, it is. But despite the fact that we've pretty much steamrolled our way to the Cup Final, we're desperate here. We are in desperation mode because we don't know what to expect moving forward. The second line will be Jeff Skinner, Noel Acciari, and Stromwall. Third line, Danton Heinen, Bergeron, Kyle Turris. And on the fourth line, Pastrnak, Krejci, and Senyshyn. Pastrnak and Krejci, despite, 7 and 9 points, have been pretty disappointing. Defensively, it'll be Krug and Hamilton, Grzelcyk, Carlo, Arneson, and Morrow. So obviously, Cholowski and Peter Cehlarik are the sacrifices. Alex Lyon, he gets the chance. He will be the goalie in this first game. If he loses, it depends on how badly. He might get 2 losses before we switch him out. I hope we don't lose 2 games in general. It really is tough to say what's going to happen here. It really just depends on what we see from the Calgary Flames. Now, we have a better offense, defense, and basically better goaltending if we were to have Rask in, so that's a good sign. But remember, they have David Backes, and not only that, I also forgot they have Jacob Trouba and Connor Murphy. So which one of those 3, if not all 3, are going to get a hat trick in this series? That is the big question. So here we go. The Calgary Flames, as you would expect, Johnny Gaudreau is on their top line. 14 points in 18 games. He's with Sean Monahan, who has 10 points. And Sam Bennett, not too bad, 16 points. Moving on to the second line, Matthew Tkachuk. Oh, I hate to see him on a different team. 11 points. Really? Mikael Backlund has 18 points? Holy shit. In a way, I was wondering, why isn't Tkachuk on the top line instead of Sam Bennett? And actually, he's a first-line guy. Bennett's a second-line guy. Maybe that's why. Maybe because Tkachuk has amazing chemistry with Backlund. Christopher Stieg is also on that second line. He has 9 points. Third line, Emile Poirier, Mark Jankowski, who has 12 points, and then David Backes, who has 7. Let me check something really quick. Backlund's shooting 22%. Jesus. Fourth line, though, is Lance Bouma, Lyndon Vay, and Troy Brouwer. They're not performing very well, so expect one of them to get a hat trick at some point in this series. Moving on to defense. T.J. Brody. He's a -1. 15 assists in 18 games. Oh, my God. He plays with Trouba, who's, middle of the road, as we are used to. Jyrki Paka hasn't done too much. Connor Murphy has a goal. He's a +6. And the third pairing is Trevor Daley and Brett Kulak, who neither of whom are playing very well. Do they have any injuries is the question, and they do. Mark Giordano and Michael Frolik. Morgan Klimchuk is a scratch. The goaltender is John Gillies, a .922 save percentage, a .937 from Chad Johnson. So they have had good goaltending. The question is, really, how long is Giordano out? And Frolik, for that matter, Frolik could be a difference maker for them. Let's check really quickly before starting the sim in this series. The longer we can wait, the better, because I don't know how this is going to go, especially with our experimental lineup. Now, Giordano's out until the 30th, which I believe is about a week away. Michael Frolik has a broken leg. He is out for the rest of the playoffs. Before we start that, though, I forgot. Even though I'm not sure how much of a difference it makes, let's go to ticket prices and get us some of that sweet, sweet playoff cheddar by raising that ticket price. Because we're stingy in Boston. Mr. Jacobs, you stingy bastard. Anyway, ticket price rant aside, let's begin. Both teams in the final. Stanley Cup, Calder Cup. We can walk away with one, both, or none. Let's hope it's not the latter. I'm stalling because I really don't know how this is going to go, and I'm a little bit afraid, but we have to move forward. Game 1 in Calgary, we don't have home ice advantage. Can we take the lead, though? And we cannot. Sam Bennett, the only goal in that first period. But in the second period, just you watch, we're going to turn it around. And that's not bad. Boston Zarnik ties this game up. Despite being outshot 25-15, we go into the third period with a tie game. Next goal is oh so important. We're able to kill off that fucking... Of course. We're able to kill that off. Oh, what'd I tell you? What did I tell you about that fourth line that was underperforming? What the hell did I tell you? Bergeron gets us back to within one, and then Matthew Tkachuk scores on the power play. Right, this is going well, isn't it? Every time. It's just, oh, hey, look, their fourth line's pretty shit. Oh, yeah, I'll show you how shit I am. Fuck you, Lyndon Vay. How about that? Matthew Tkachuk, though, fucking final nail in the coffin. 3 goals in that third period, and we drop game 1 on the road. Not ideal, is it? 4-2 final. The Providence Bruins go to the Calder Cup final against the Grand Rapids Griffins, I believe. They beat the Barracuda, is what we established at the end of the last episode. Alex Lyon. I know we didn't give you the most help there. We're going back to Tuukka. It is Tuukka time for the Bruins. Austin Czarnik shooting 31%. We will stick with this experimental lineup for at least one more game. And we will hope for the best. As it is, their fourth line ripped us apart. Lyndon Vay had 2 goddamn goals. David Pastrnak is currently on our fourth line. Where the hell are his 2 goals? That's all I'm saying. Game 2 in Calgary. God, we have to win one of these 2 games on the road. Here we go. First period. And that's not an amazing start, but it's also not bad. Johnny Gaudreau gets a goal, but then Austin Czarnik continues to just dominate in these playoffs so far, at least in terms of shooting percentage. He is a beast right now, and he tied this game up. Johnny Gaudreau, though, that opening goal, not good. Not good at all. Second period, can we please get the lead? And we can. Look at this guy. Austin Czarnik again. And we have a 2-1 lead heading into the third period. I know we're going to need some insurance. Please, I beg you. Pastrnak, Krejci, Turris, Bergeron, Marchand. So many high-level guys here. Jeff Skinner. Somebody. We have a power... Thank you. Thank you, Turris. We had a power play for like the first half of the entire period. We're up 3-1, 3.5 minutes to go, and Tuukka Rask shuts the door, and the Bruins, at the very least, don't lose both games on the road to start this series. 3-1 final, 2 goals for Czarnik, 25 saves for Rask and DeBrusk with 2 helpers, and we have ourselves a series. Oh my God. Oh my God. I know. We're turning down injuries after this season. Whew, well, the good news is Solaric can be called back up. The bad news is I don't exactly remember the line combinations that we had at the end of the last episode, but Solaric is back. We will go best lines in the AHL. Oh my God. So I'm pretty sure it was Cehlarik, Heinen. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was like this. I actually think it was exactly like that. The problem is Austin Czarnik is shooting 36, nearly 37%. That third line, just all of them are on fire right now. We will go with these lines right here, and we will hope for the best. Defensively, we're actually just going to go with the best lines there, I think. And again, we'll hope for the best. So Brad Marchand out with a fractured jaw. And we are right back in the same situation we were in at the end of the Ottawa series. Or whenever the hell we lost Brad Marchand. The Rangers series. I don't even remember at this point. I'm just sitting here freaking out. It's Game 3 on home ice. I mean, to call it a crucial game is an understatement. Every game in the final is a crucial game. But I whistled there when I said crucial the first time. That was kind of weird, unintentional. If that didn't pick up on the mic, that's going to be weird. Anyway, Game 3, first period, and right. Chris Versteeg and Matthew Tkachuk, and we are down 2-0, but that is okay because in the third, not in the third, in the second, maybe in the third, who knows? You don't know yet. You can't tell the future. Second period, we're going to turn it around. Third period, we're going to turn it around. Oh my God. How? We didn't play that well in Game 1. Game 2, we, played pretty damn well. And now Game 3, on home ice, we're just getting shit on. Pasternak ruins the shutout, but that is too little, way too little, and way too late as we fall 3-1 in Game 3. John Gillies with 38 saves. And we are in just a little bit of trouble. Just a little bit. I don't give a shit about the scouting. The system's broken. Who cares? Oh my God, what are we going to do here now? What are we going to do here? Let's see. Cehlarik is shooting 40%. That is absurd. I'm not happy with Heinen. I'm not happy at all with David Krejci. David Krejci, you get down on that fourth line. Turris and Pasternak, you will be on the third line. No doubt about it. Third line is going to be Cehlarik, Turris, and Pasta, most likely. Krejci's shooting. Yep, that's fine. So we'll go Heinen, Krejci, Senyshyn, Cehlarik, Turris, Pasternak, and then probably, Skinner, Bergeron, Stromwall, DeBrusk, Achari, Zarnik. They've earned it. They are all playing very, very well. Actually, that is exactly what we will go for. The defense will stay the same. Tuukka Rask will still be between the pipes. And we will move on to Game 4. As we just continue to stay, and we are truly in panic mode. Game 4. We lose this. We are fucked with a capital PH. Oh, God. Okay. We got this. One game at a time, right? We got this. I believe. First period of Game 4. So what did I tell you? Danton Heinen, welcome to the party, buddy. It's good to see you. I'm glad you decided to show up, given that it's the Stanley Cup Final. Second period, can we please add to that lead? Oh my God, Lyndon Vay, just stop. God. Third period, let's just get into it here. Anybody's game at this point. For the love of God, with all the money, don't trade power plays unless we're going to score, and nobody scored. Pasta, Turris, Krejci, Bergeron, anybody that's making some goddamn money on this team. We're going to overtime. Let's do it. OT, come on. Power play for Calgary. Oh my God, we killed it. Thank God. They're going to score anyway. Power play for us, huh? No? Okay. Well, another power, please, for the love of God. Jesus. 3 power plays. Come on. We're going to lose. Yeah, power play for Calgary. Here it comes. Oh, okay, well. Holy shit, Danton Heinen with 59 seconds left. Whoo, boy, I did not expect that. I'm just sitting here face-palming. I can't even look at the screen anymore. Danton Heinen with 2 goals. What a time for him to step up. Rask and Gillies, the first and second star, respectively. That was stressful. I should have looked at the penalties. I forgot to do it just because I want to forget that game ever happened, aside from the fact that we won. We have tied this series up at 2 apiece. The Providence Bruins can win the Calder Cup right here. They are 1 game away from sweeping Grand Rapids, so we are going to check it out and see if that happens. This might be our only success this season. No goals in the first. Paquette, I almost said Cedric. It's not. I think it's Chris Paquette. I believe he's on our 4th line, just because we went past lines. Oh, that's not 8 minutes at all. Let's just go and see if the Providence Bruins, never mind at all, let's just hit the A button. Holy shit! Is it because I was simming the game? Is it because I was watching? 4-goal third period. The Providence Bruins and Vienni Vehviläinen absolutely fall apart, and Grand Rapids extends that series. So let's move on. Game 5 against the Calgary Flames. Back in the Saddle Dome. Oh boy. Turris, Pasternak, Krejci, step up and make something happen. First period is scoreless, 8 shots apiece. Second period is scoreless. It shot us 8-7. Third period, tie game. The next goal is huge. Who's it going to be? We killed off that penalty. We are halfway through the third. Still scoreless. They are killing us in shots now. We're catching up, but can we make it count? 3 minutes to go, and Zach Senyshyn. Please let that be the game winner. Yes! Senyshyn and DeBrusk on the empty netter. The Bruins have come back from 2-1 down to take a 3-2 lead. Tuukka Rask with the 27-save shutout. John Gillies, you were close. But close doesn't count in the Stanley Cup Final. We are 1 game away from winning our second cup in this series. No thanks to Pasternak, Turris, and Krejci, who can just leave, just be gone. And Kyle Turris right now, he's shooting 7%. Backus is up to 6.7. Heinen's up to 13. David Krejci, 2 goals on 42 shots. Is brutal. Solaric hasn't done any. I'm going to put Heinen with Turris and Pasta, Solaric with Krejci, and Senyshyn. And everything else will stay the same. As we will again take a look to see if the Providence Bruins can win the Calder Cup. They're up 3-1. If they lose this next game after I simmed it, then we will just go through Game 6 and we won't even pay attention because that just means it sims differently, which has been a long time rumor. But let's see here. First period for the Baby Bees. McKenzie and Sadawi. McKenzie gets another one. Third period, we're just going to hit the A button. We are going to overtime. Can the Providence Bruins win the Calder Cup? They cannot. All right. Well, we will not pay attention to their games anymore, will we? As they have lost both after we looked in. The important thing is, for the first time in... When is the last time the Bruins won the Cup at home? Holy shit. I don't even remember. Was 72 with Bobby Orr? Was that on home ice? I can't remember. God damn. It's been a while. Game 6 in Boston. Tuukka Rask, I believe in you. Shut the door. First period. It's just like a swift kick to the balls, I tell you. Chris Versteeg and Matthew Tkachuk. Second period, we're going to turn it around. Just get it over with. We lose game 6. 4-0 shutout, 34 save shutout for John Gillies. And after a great comeback, we are going to game 7. Linus Arneson's hurt, because of course he is. Auto-fix roster, I didn't want to hit that. Thanks. Thanks, game. Who did you call up for me? At least it called up Cholowski. It called up the right guy. Holy shit, we're going to game 7. Let's go. What do we even go with here? What the hell do we even go with? Let's go Krug, Carlo, Hamilton, Grzelcyk, Cholowski, and Morrow. Offensively, we got to go with the big guns. And we're going to go pretty much with what the best lines have set up here. It'll be DeBrusk, Chari, Zarnik, Solaric, Heinen, Senyshyn. Holy shit. Game 7. No. The Providence Bruins are going to game 6. Oh my god. Game 7. I need to go best lines down in the AHL, though, just to make sure. We had a chance to win the cup on home ice, and we lost 4-0. That's the most Bruins thing in the history of the Bruins. We will pay attention, kind of, to Game 6. Let's just hit sim game. Actually, no. Let's hit play game. Play, confirm to sim the AHL game. We're going to hit back. Did the Providence Bruins win the Stanley Cup? Or the Calder Cup? They did. Thank you, God. Okay, we at least took home some hardware this year. The Providence Bruins are Calder Cup champions. But now it's time for the moment of truth. Can we win the Stanley Cup? Game 7 in Calgary. Oh my God. First period. Oh, it's Backlund. Okay. Oh, that's all right. That's okay. We got time. We got 40 minutes of regulation left. We have time. Second period. Yes! Cholowski and Hamilton, the defense. Getting it done. Cholowski, I can't wait till he's a regular next year. This team's going to change over the offseason because of progression. Cholowski steps up after the injury to Arneson. And then Dougie Hamilton gets on the board. Third period. I'm going to bring this up. Backus, Trouba, and Murphy haven't done shit yet. And you know they're going to. Third period. Game 7 in Calgary. Early power play. We kill it off. Thank you, Jesus. Oh my God, Matthew Tkachuk just scored. Timeout. DeBrusk scored. I hit the X button. But wait, I fucking hit the X button. What is going on? No. Oh my God, Jake DeBrusk. And then 2 minutes later, Lance Bouma. And we're going to overtime because I keep hitting the X button, but it won't pause. Okay, well, I'm glad nobody else scored. We're going to overtime in Game 7. What just happened? Oh my God. Overtime in Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Final. Holy shit. I don't know if I'm ready for this. My body isn't ready. Alright. You guys ready? What do you think? Bucci overtime challenge. Who's it going to be? My guess is Austin Zarnik or David Backus for them. No, wait, Chris Versteeg. Overtime. Here we go. Please. Please. I'm begging you. I am begging you, Peter Solaric! Are you kidding me? Holy shit. Now, I didn't want to do, the whole, let's go live and shit because it's overtime and it could have gone for 18 minutes and my jaw's already hurting because I'm feeling kind of sick. Peter Solaric just scored the OT winner. Game 7, overtime for the Stanley Cup. Solaric. Thank you, Brad Marchand. Thank you, Brad Marchand for getting hurt again, because that was the key. That is what we needed. We needed Arneson and Marchand to go down so that Cholowski and fucking Cehlarik could step into the lineup. Dennis Cholowski was the first star of Game 7. But how did this happen? How did this happen? We just... Yeah, obviously we're re-signing with the Bruins. We just won the Stanley Cup and the Calder Cup in the same damn season. Do you believe in miracles? Because that is a miracle right there. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Look at it. It's beautiful. And then look, you switch it over and it stays beautiful. Guys, that'll do it for this one. We will look at the awards and the stats in the next episode. This episode has gone on long enough. I hope you did enjoy. We have pulled off a miracle. Game 7 in overtime, and Peter Cehlarik wins it. Providence Bruins win in 6 games. Wow. That's all I can say is wow. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, of course, make sure, hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you guys in the next one.